Shumai guys, welcome back to the Life to the Full podcast, the podcast that helps you make the most of your time here on Earth. My name's Dav Morse, I'm your host. Here on the Life to the Full podcast, we like to look at 5 pillars of life to the full. We look at financial health, we look at physical health, we look at mental health, relational health, and of course, spiritual health. Today, we're looking at financial health once again. It's been a bit of a wild week in the news, in the financial news. Even if you are not particularly financially inclined, I'm sure you can't have avoided hearing about Trump's tariffs this week. Wait. There it is. I'm sure you can't have escaped the news that the stock market is in massive decline. President Trump of the United States has put on tariffs on imported goods from all over the world, massive tariffs, and that has sent the stock market absolutely taking a nosedive. And I've seen a lot of panic around on the financial groups that I am part of, on Facebook, financial Instagram, financial threads. Everybody is worried. Or at least it seems that way. Not everybody is worried. I'm not worried. And one of the reasons that I'm not worried is this is absolutely normal. It is completely normal for the stock market to go up, completely normal for the stock market to go down. Now, I am expecting that many of my listeners will have a diversified portfolio of stocks and maybe bonds, maybe some Bitcoin as well. And if you haven't taken that step to start organizing your financial life, to start planning for your financial future, then I would recommend going back and listening to episodes 12 through 16. They are the first series of the Life to the Full podcast where I talked about we're all playing the money game whether we realize it or not. And I looked at how the money game is structured, how we can play to win, what are the rules, how we can use the rules to our advantage so that we can advance ourselves financially. Now, if you are in a state where you have maybe even a pension, and the value of your pension has gone down significantly, then maybe this episode is also for you. If you're not really sure about why your stock market pension is going down, then take a listen to today's episode. Today's episode is a guided meditation on when the stock market crashes. Some of you may not be familiar with guided meditations. I've been recently getting into doing a few guided meditations, and you can find me as a teacher over on Insight Timer. Not Inside Timer, which I thought it was initially. Insight Timer. It's an app, it's a meditation app, and you can go and find me on there if you like what you hear today. This episode was partly inspired by the crash, obviously, last week, and partly inspired by my good friend Joshua from the Art of Money and Communication podcast. The last stock market crash that we really had was in 2022, and Joshua did a episode where he did a guided meditation for the stock market. If you are interested in that, check out Joshua's podcast. It's the Art of Money and Communication podcast. I think it's episode 101-ish, maybe 102, 103. Go and have a look. And it's actually not available on Spotify, that particular episode, for some reason. You can find it on Apple Podcasts and other podcast platforms. So that inspired me to do my own guided meditation. So find yourself somewhere comfortable and listen to Guided Meditation Dav, who is slightly different from podcast Dav. Welcome to this guided meditation for when the stock market crashes. Let's take a seat somewhere comfortable. Maybe somewhere familiar. Somewhere where your surroundings will bring you a sense of normality, and a sense of comfort. Maybe take your favorite seat and see how the seat feels to you today. As we begin, I want you to rub your forefinger and your thumb together. Sense what that feels like. Move your thumb to your middle finger. Rub your thumb up and down your finger. Move to your ring fingers. Rub your thumb up and down your ring fingers. Finally to the little fingers. Rub your thumb up and down your little fingers. And then rub your thumb across your palms. As you do that, have a sense of aliveness. Then notice your breath. Notice how you're breathing. Be thankful for each breath. Each breath keeps you alive. Be thankful for that gift of breath that keeps you alive, that keeps you going. Notice the ins and the outs. Start to breathe a little deeper and feel the breath filling your lungs. Feel your chest expanding as we then settle down to slow our breathing. We can slow our breathing and we'll start counting our breaths. As we breathe in, I want you to count to 4. And as you breathe out, I want you to count to 7. In. 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In. 2, 3, 4. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want you to continue the pattern of breathing for 4 more breaths. In. And out. In. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. You can now start breathing in your normal pattern, your regular breathing pattern, and concentrate on my voice. Concentrate on the words that I'm saying. If you find your mind wandering, bring your fingers and thumbs together and simply focus on my voice. Focus on the calming words as you bring your thumb and your fingers together. If you have financial investments like stocks or bonds or Bitcoin, you may have noticed that they are down. The news outlets are all talking about billions of dollars of value being wiped out. Everywhere you look, from the newspapers to the television, to the internet, everybody is proclaiming the end of the world as we know it. They are just doing their job. It's their job to spark fear and keep you hanging on their every word. Your reactions are all normal. Notice how you're feeling as I'm saying these words. You may be feeling anxious or worried or fearful. Just acknowledge that. Thank that feeling. Thank you, anxiousness. Thank you, fear. You make me realize I'm alive. And as you thank them, you can let them go. It's time to turn off the news. Turn off the computer. Close the newspaper. And simply stop feeding your mind the anxiety-inducing news about the stock market crash. Say welcome to a feeling of calm. Market corrections are often unexpected, but they are always expected. Market crashes happen, and after every one, it rebounds and continues to march upwards. There is no stopping the global stock market. There is no stopping Bitcoin. Dips and corrections are to be expected. Everything is fine. Everything is going as expected. The temporary dip is temporary. Everything will be fine. All of this has happened before. All of this is normal. Say to yourself, I won't let this expected event take me away from my financial plan. Everything is fine. I don't need to do anything. I'm invested in a globally diversified portfolio of stocks and Bitcoin. The people behind these companies will continue to go to work to provide goods and services for people to buy. The companies will carry on. My stock portfolio will recover. The ups and the downs are part of normal market volatility. Nothing that we've seen recently in the last few days have we not seen before. Markets have gone up and markets have gone down, and markets have always recovered. This time is not different. This time the markets will recover once again. I don't need to do anything. I still have food in the cupboard. The people who loved me before this market crash still love me, and they will still love me when the market recovers. This is all a normal part of wealth building. As we come back round to being aware of what is around us. We can touch our thumbs to our fingers once again. Start stretching out your hands. Start stretching out your wrists. Roll your shoulders back a few times. Feel free to come and listen to this as often as you like. Until next time, go about your day with joy and peace.